Changing ways. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to another episode of Changing Ways. The following discussion will only benefit those who, or potentially benefit those who believe that God is real. As for those who are in opposition to the idea that God is real and in opposition to the concept of devoting oneself to the creator of all things, then those individuals will always fall short of benefiting from this type of discussion. So nonetheless, the basis of the discussion is simply God does exist. And in the context of uh, directing thought or inviting thought, we say, does God exist? Not a question of doubt, but a question to incite one to be reflective and contemplative. And as it relates to the existence of God and responding to the existence of God, then the people are of three broad categories. And the first category is that people who believe. There are those people who believe. And then there are those who disbelieve. And then there are those who are hypocrites in regards to what they claim to believe. And their hypocrisy, for various reasons, is a presentation of belief in God while housing in their hearts that which is really disbelief in God. And this is the point for us to reflect upon. And Islam, it calls us to identify that we have been created. And that creator is the sustainer and the provider and the maintainer of all of the creation. And in context of all perfection, then the creator is the one who deserves to be worshiped. And as it relates to the proof for the existence of God, we simply call to the point of reflection and we say, our existence satisfies the criteria needed to prove that God exists. And so this is the basis of true faith, to believe that God truly exists. And then it's a matter of how do we understand that God that exists, meaning the qualities and characteristics by which that existing God is to be identified. And so we conclude this initial thought by highlighting that the belief that God exists is not the same as knowing God. Believing that God exists is not the same as knowing God. So it's upon the wise one to pursue the path of learning who is God in relation to his perfection. And so we have to learn the qualities and characteristics that have been conveyed to us by that select group of human beings referred to as prophets and messengers. And whoever does not believe in prophets and messengers, then they will never get access to the true, unadulterated descriptions of God. So that is the point of reflection. And the question is, do you really believe? And if you really believe, do you really know the qualities and characteristics of God? And so we leave you with that point of reflection. And God willing, we'll meet again and build upon this point in that which follows. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Changing Ways. A podcast for the minds, for the hearts, for the thoughts, for the people.